G'day everyone, RaidzeroAU, and a little bit of a different video today. This is just hopefully a fairly short video, just to say a massive thank you to everyone. The channel has now surpassed 1,000 subscribers. Woo! I never thought we'd actually get there. There were times when I really doubted whether the channel would get there, but we're there now. For those that have been with the channel for some time, you'll know that I put a video out back in February when YouTube changed their monetization requirements, and basically had talked in length about that, and that the fact that this is not my income. I'm not a professional YouTuber. Basically, I have a job in real life, and this is something I do because I enjoy doing it, and hopefully you guys and gals enjoy watching it. So, and for the most part, the feedback has been relatively positive over the time. Once again, thank you to everyone who has subscribed, and especially thank you to all the new guys who have subscribed in the recent time. For those that have been with the channel for some time, you will know that over the last few months there have been times when the videos have been a little bit erratic, particularly with coming out and things like that. That is more down to a lack of time on my part, simply because of work commitments and family commitments, obviously, but also a little bit due to a lack of, I don't want to say motivation, but really it's a little bit of lack of motivation down to that monetization. Now, it's not because the money is the reason I do it. It was just a little bit more of a psychological hit where YouTube, in some instant, like it kind of felt like YouTube were telling us that we weren't just good enough. So it was a matter of sucking it up and getting on with it, which we've now done. So thank you for everyone who stuck around during that period. It's most appreciated. Now, where to for the channel? Those of you that have been, once again, been with us for some time, will realize that in the last few weeks, basically there has been a lot of Empyrean. That's been deliberate, and not a lot else on the channel. Once again, that is deliberate. I decided at one point that I needed to take a step back, look at the channel, and decide what I was going to do. So, the way I can liken it is probably to a bit of game development when you get a bit of feature creep and too much stuff ends up in there, and not a lot of it is done to the highest quality possible. Not saying my videos are done to the highest quality possible. Well, they're the highest quality possible I can make them, but I can improve. I can still improve, and that's what I'll be looking to do. So I decided to take a step back, especially with the release of Alpha 8 in Empyrean, and focus solely on that. By the way, just a side note, the video you can see playing in the background, that is the very first video that I ever posted on this channel. And it's from Empyrean in pre-alpha. I think it's pre-alpha 4.0.6 or 0.3 or something I want to say. This is the very first. So you'll see some changes. You'll see noticeable changes in the game as you're watching that. Especially with things like layout and things like that. Also decided for this video I would include the original intro, not the current one. So it just seemed fitting. But so yeah, back to the videos. So I decided to step back and just concentrate on Empyrean, try and do that the best I could. I know that'll disappoint some people, because I know there were people who were looking forward to things like 7 Days to Die and Subsistence and things like that. That's not to say I won't be doing those things, because I will be. It's just the way I do it will probably change a little bit. Empyrean was what I started the channel with, and when I went back and when I've looked at the numbers don't lie. The majority of people, the numbers tell me, want to see Empyrean. So that's what I'm focusing on. 7 Days to Die will definitely come back. That's an absolute given. I enjoy that game, and I think others enjoy it as well. There is a new alpha coming out in the next few weeks, hopefully not too far away. They were saying the end of July, but with 7 Days to Die there is there's often a delay or something like that with it. So hopefully in the next few weeks you'll start to see some Alpha 17 7 Days to Die. Now that won't replace Empyrean. Empyrean will still be the #1 focus. And then 7 Days to Die, basically, I'll be bringing those out in conjunction with Empyrean. But Empyrean is going to be the prime target at this stage. For other games, I know some people were watching the God of War series. That is definitely going to make a comeback. That is definitely one that I want to finish. That sort of game where there is a beginning and an end to it. Basically, I want to finish that series. So you'll see that coming through, but what I'll probably do with that is I'll record a number of episodes before I start releasing them, so that basically I can bring them out in a more regular fashion, so to speak. And similarly with things like Subsistence and things like that, I'll probably be making a few videos on it. And get those, sort of get a library, I suppose, of those videos ready to go, so that basically I don't have the pressure on me to go, oh, I need to get an Empyrean video recorded and edited, I need to get a 7 Days to Die done, people are waiting for a Subsistence, oh god, how long's it been since I've done a God of War? All adds up. And basically it was having a negative effect on me and having a negative effect on the videos. So I hope you guys understand on that side of things. But as I said, it's not something that I'm not giving up on these games. Basically I've just needed to take a step back and just kind of do a reset. So, and hopefully that will lead to some better videos, so I can concentrate a bit more instead of trying to just like rushing them and going, I need to get these videos done, to spend a bit more time on them and make them a little bit, or make them as best as I can, effectively. There are a couple of other things I would like to do, which I'll see how we go with that. I would like to go back and revisit Planet Nomads. I still have it installed, so I get notified when there is a update, and there's been quite a few updates since I last played that. So it'd be interesting to go back and have a look at that. I would like to have a look at Stationeers, which is the new game by DayZ developer Dean Hall and his team, which is purely a base building game, but on I think it's supposed to be on quite a technical level. So that could be interesting. The other thing I'd like to go back at some point and have a look at is Astroneers. It's been a while since we've looked at that. But these are all things I would like to do. Whether I've got the time, and the one thing I don't want to do is I don't want to fall back into the trap of trying to do too much with too little time. So now I just want to do a quick shout out to Dionysus, I think it is. I hope I've said your name right. Apologies if I've mispronounced that. Chances are I probably have. And the reason being, simply, and this might seem, it's a bit of a thank you to him, and it might seem a bit weird, but he left a comment on one of my recent videos saying another boring video, another boring building video. And that's fine. Basically, all feedback's great. Positive feedback's wonderful. Negative feedback is just as good. The reason being that basically that makes me sit back and go, okay, so somebody didn't like that video. And he's told me that he didn't like another boring building video. So does that mean that I don't do building? No, of course not. Basically, Empyrean is a building game. It's a building survival game. So there's going to be building in it. But maybe I need to look at how I'm presenting that building component of it. And I would agree that there are times when basically it probably does get a bit boring with that. So so that's something I'll be looking at. Can't promise any immediate changes on that, but certainly I'll be looking at how I can maybe better present that. So hopefully you guys will see that and will like it. I think I've commented in the past on videos that occasionally I get a dislike on it. Don't mind that either. Great. Not everybody's going to like the videos. What I would ask is if somebody dislikes it though, or what I would like to see is if somebody dislikes the video to do what Dionysus did and just take a short moment just to leave a comment to tell me why you dislike it. If you just leave a dislike, that's fine. I know someone didn't like the video, but I would have to make assumptions as to why they didn't like it. It would be nice to know exactly why they didn't like that. Whether they just found it boring, whether they just don't like me. That's entirely possible. So, yeah, I think that's where we'll leave it today. Once again, a huge thank you to everybody. Your support has been amazing. It's been overwhelming. So to sit here now and think I've got 1,000 subscribers, I know from YouTube point of view that's nothing, but for me it's huge. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I look forward to seeing you next time. I'm RaidzeroAU, signing out.